Alright, this is a quick review video. Just going over everything on the review quickly. Follow it along. Ask questions if you need to. So here we go. The first thing is just multiplying binomials. Remember, this is there's two ways to do it. You can either do the rainbows, right? The FOIL, the first times first, the outside terms, the inside terms, and then the last terms. You just multiply everything, and then you add the two m terms. Okay, so you're going to get, for this first one, 15m squared plus 3m minus 30m minus 6. So you add these up right here, and then you get your final answer. Okay, so 3 minus 30 is negative 27m minus 6. Okay. You can also do it through the box method. You'll get the same exact answer. Just put one set of parentheses up top, and then one set of parentheses on the side, and then multiply where each of them match up. So the 3m and the 5m match up here, the 5m and the negative 6 match up here, 3m and 1 here, negative 6 and 1 here, and then you're going to add these two up. So you get the same answer. Okay, but that's multiplying. When you get down to evaluating, just plug in these numbers in for the variables and then solve. Okay, so 4r becomes 4 times 2 plus p, which is 3, plus 3 squared. So then you follow PEMDAS. Okay, so I do my parentheses first. So 4 times 2 plus, and 3 plus 3 is a parentheses, so that's 6. And then squared, and then you do your exponents. So 4 times 2, 6 squared is 36. Do your multiplying. 4 times 2 is 8. And then do your adding. 8 plus 36 is 44. And you're done. Okay, so that's evaluating. Solving by square root. So in this case, the square, remember square root is the opposite of something squared. So in this case, the square is by itself already. So you're going to take the square root of this whole thing, and it's going to cancel out the square. If you do something to one side, you do it to the other. So you square root 100. So over here, you're just left with n plus 6. And then here you have a plus and a minus 10. Okay? So then you have two equations. N plus 6 equals 10. N plus 6 equals negative 10. And then you solve both of them. So minus 6, you get n equals 4. Minus 6, you get n equals negative 16. Okay, so you're going to have two answers with these all the time. So that's the same for those four. For these four, it's solved by factoring. Okay, so everything's equal to 0. You just have to take this part and factor like we have done in the past. Okay, so make your factor tree for that number. What two numbers are going to multiply to 8? Well, 1 and 8. You can divide to find the other ones. 8 divided by 2 is 4. And then 8 divided by 3 is a decimal. 8 divided by 4, you start repeating. So that's it. And then since this term is negative, your bigger column is going to be negative. Okay, and then you add straight across. So you have to factor first. 1 plus negative 8 is negative 7. 2 plus negative 4 is negative 2. So those are our numbers. So n plus 2, n minus 4. And then now, since you have two sets of parentheses, they're all going to equal 0. So n plus 2 equals 0, and n minus minus 4 equals 0. Then you just solve. So we're going to subtract 2 here, so n equals -2. You're going to add 4 here, so n equals 4. Okay. So with those two sections, you're always going to have two answers here for this test. Okay. The next section is finding the concavity and y-intercept for standard form. Okay, so this is concave down. Remember, look for the front. If you have a negative, it's down. If there's nothing there, it's up. Okay, that's concavity. And the y-intercept is the last number there. So y-intercept is 0, -54. That's always an ordered pair. Okay. Even though the answer key might not have the ordered pair, write it in an ordered pair. For this one, you find the x-intercepts in concavity. So again, look for the front. Since there's nothing there, it's concave up, and then these numbers are going to give us the x-intercepts, except you have to do the opposite of them. So it is 8, 0, and 1, 0. Okay, whatever number's in there, you take the opposite. Okay, so that's that one. And then this one's vertex form. You still find the concavity, so it's concave. Since that number's positive, it's up. And then your vertex is the h and k. And h, you take the opposite, so instead of positive 10 is -10. And then k is -5. And the axis of symmetry, axis of symmetry is x equals whatever h is, so -10. Okay, so that's it for those. And then there's some good old-fashioned factoring. Okay, we're introducing the difference of two squares here. So I will, since I did a factoring one, remember the difference of two squares, you just take the, you have an x squared, so the x's go there, and you take the square root of the last number. Square root of 25 is 5, and then one has to be positive, one has to be negative. That's it. Okay? And there you go. If you have any questions.